Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you can click the subscribe button and stay for a while. I upload 3 times a week. Get ready with me, so shop my stash, try on any makeup. If it's beauty or makeup related, I will be posting it. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you more than you know. I keep getting interrupted by my kids. I think this is the 3rd time I've tried to film this intro. Anywho, so as you can tell from the title of the video, my Wicked Widow Beauty order is here. This was a pre-order launch. I don't normally enjoy picking up... Alright, where was I? So this was a pre-order. I'm pretty sure the 18th of October is when I placed my order. It's finally here. I don't normally do pre-orders. I just don't enjoy, like, I purchase it and then it's not gonna get to me. Like, yeah, I just personal reasons. Very rarely do I make the exception, but when I show you this palette, oh my goodness, you're gonna see why. I'm pretty sure this was their like Halloween holiday launch. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this video. Okay, 4th or 5th time I tried to film this part. All right, so before I start applying makeup to my face, let me tell you real quick about this launch. So the Tales of Terror, a Haunting, and it's a pretty not super big collection. Eyeshadow palette, 4 different lipstick shades, a highlighter which looked so absolutely beautiful and dreamy, but decided to skip because I have picked up quite a few highlighters in the past couple of months, and a cream blush, which I'm excited. The tone is pretty out there, but I'm excited to see how it looks on my skin tone. Palette on its own retails for $58. Lipsticks are $16 each. $18 for the highlighter and $18 for the blush. If you want the whole collection, $165. Wicked Widow Beauty is an indie brand and I own 2 previous palettes from them, so this will be my 3rd purchase of the brand. So far, the palettes that I have tried, the products that I have tried from the brand, because I do have a lipstick as well, have performed absolutely beautiful, so I'm excited to see how well these items perform. Okay, hair is pulled back and we're gonna start with the cream blush. I love the gargoyle. It is so cute. I don't think gargoyles are used enough these days. I feel like they were everywhere in the 90s and then not anymore. So, and it comes in a little bubble wrap. Okay, perfect. So the outer box matches the component. Did have a plastic protector and there is the shade. So a purple tone. Stone is the name. Let me swatch it. It does feel balmy, so definitely will have to set this, but I'm perfectly okay with that. Okay, there is the tone. I know it looks scary. We'll see how it looks once I blend it. I have a pretty neutral, can lean just the slightest bit olive undertone, so we'll see how that goes with this pretty cool tone blush. No scent to it. Okay, this is the Sephora 99 and I do have on foundation. I went into the RMS foundation by Terry concealer, Dominique Cosmetics cream blush, and a tiny bit of the Huda blush filter in Latte. Have not set my face yet. Okay, so I think I'm going to whoa. So even though it's pigmented, I do feel like it's kind of a translucent base kind of pigmentation, so I think I'll be fine. Oh, okay, pretty. I don't think it's clashing too much. There's no white in this. I don't feel like a white underbase, a white base. Okay, that blended out fairly easy. Okay, that went better than expected. I honestly was not sure, but I was just so intrigued by this tone. Okay, this is the 5th or 6th time I've tried to. All right, so now we're going to talk about the eyeshadow palette. So the only 2 items I picked up from the Tales of Terror collection are the eyeshadow palette and the cream blush. Oh yeah, I did powder my face. I'm just all over the place. I used the One Size pink powder for my under eyes and the Melt Cosmetics loose powder from the Universal Monsters collection for the rest of my face. And as you can see, the blush is still peeking through. I like how it looks once I powder. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. Now, when I blended the blush out, it did dry down just a tiny bit, but you could still tell when I would touch that you do have some cream products. You could technically wear this without powdering it, but I personally powder everything. So yeah, FYI. Okay, this palette, a haunting palette, retails for $58. It's vegan and cruelty free, has 8 mattes, 8 duochromes, which makes the total of a 16 pan eyeshadow palette. And it is also a magnetic palette, so you can move the shades around if you wish to. Take some out, put some others in. The unicarton also matches the palette itself. I like that because then I don't feel like I need to keep the unicartons, which I don't need to. But sometimes I do feel like I want to. Here it is. It did come with a plastic protector, but I took that off. Do you see that? This is my fall palette dreams. It is absolutely beautiful. When I think of fall, this right here is what I think. I am just this color story. I don't know what it is about it. It reminds me a tiny bit of the one they came out with for Halloween last year with Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein. Was it Pumpkin Smash? Frick, I cannot remember. But yeah, okay. Beautiful. I think I'm gonna try and create 2 eye looks. Maybe I'll get lucky and I can do 3. But for now, let's say I will definitely be creating 2 eye looks. Okay. Eye base is on. I started with the Urban Decay Primer Potion, but it's a new tube, like it's a new mini tube, and it looked pretty translucent. So I did put a tiny bit of the MAC paint pot in soft ochre on top. Okay, so I think I kind of want to go green and purple. I have not swatched this. I very rarely swatch it before I start eye looks. Let's do Creepy Crawlers right here. This is a Sigma E40, and I'll use this as, I guess, my transition shade. There are so many launches. Oh my goodness. It's a little overwhelming because there's so many that look beautiful and that I want but don't need, you know? So just now I'm having a hard time deciding which to pick up or not. For sure the Melt, at least the palette and a lipstick. I'm pretty sure all of the lipsticks that I own from Melt Cosmetics are not typical tones that I would wear. And there's a pretty mauvey tone in the Fiddly Yours too. So I would like to have like an everyday type of lipstick from Melt. And the palette, of course. Okay, that's what it's looking like. Now, I blame myself for putting on 2 eye primers. Blend is definitely not like what I have experienced from Wicked Widow Beauty, but it's my fault. It's my own fault. So I'm not judging that shade just yet. It was my fault. Primer situation. Okay, I think we're now gonna jump in to Autumn Dreams. This is a Rephr 15 mini, and put that in the outer corner. And I tap first, especially because we're adding purple to green, so you don't want it to look muddy. Laying down the shade first, and then I'll focus on blending edges. Although, kind of blending out on its own as well. Okay, this I think is what I'm going to leave it at for the mattes that I'm using, and I'm loving the purple green. It's just so witchy. Okay, now as far as shimmers, I do have my NYX glitter glue on. And I just noticed that this palette is actually pretty grungy. There's not a super light tone for the mattes or for the shimmers. These green ones, I guess you can call, but I feel like most of the shimmers in here are pretty like mid-tone or dark, right? So keep that in mind. I feel like every eye look is probably gonna come out pretty grungy. And I think I'm gonna start with this one here, which is Silent Soul. It looks like a very pretty shifty kind of shade. Oh yeah, it has some cool little sparkles in there. So pretty. Ugh. I think Wicked Widow Beauty really knocks it out of the park when it comes to the shimmers. Oh, that shade is so pretty. Let me show you a quick little swatch. I wonder if you could see. Yes, you can't see the sparkle that I do. It's so pretty. I'm debating whether I should go orange, green, or purple. I think let's do this pretty purple here, Spooky Night, and see how that goes. Oh, okay, it's pretty bright. Pretty bright. And it feels, the consistency is almost putty-like when you stick your finger in there. And it's more, I want to say maybe like a holographic kind of shimmer, because it doesn't have glitter sparkles in there. It's just a beautiful, smooth tone that kind of shifts when you turn your face. Oh, pretty. Okay, I actually was not sure that was going to look good together, but it looks really pretty. I'm spraying the back of my hand. This is a little lip brush from Moda, and I think I'm going to jump into the bright green Gargoyle. Hopefully I don't regret that. I did wet the brush. Okay. Okay, so it's not like green. It has gold shift in it too. Pretty, pretty, pretty. You could just go into a different palette if none of these shimmers are light enough for you, or go into like a light cream off-white matte. That would also look pretty. All right, let me finish off and I'll be right back. All right, my lovelies, makeup is completed. Let me tell you what else I have on my face. Eyebrows, I went into the Rephr Beauty Brow Pencil and I mixed the Got To Be Brow Gel with the Melt Brow Gel. For mascaras, I went into What's Up Beauty and Chanel, the little mini sample I have. For cheeks, I used the new What's Up Beauty blush and bronzer collection items. 30 Tan for the bronzer and Relaxed Roma, I think, for the blush. It's like a pretty rosy, leaning purplish tone, so that would look good on top of the cream blush. And then for highlighter, I went in to the Dior Holiday 2024 collection in 001 Hors Lumière. And then for the lipstick, or the lips I should say, I went in to MAC Cosmetics lip liner in Oak, and then I used the Wicked Widow Beauty lipstick that I have. It was part of the, well, I think the Crow, is it still available? I don't remember, but it's part of the Crow collection that they did. It looks like a gray, but it's not. It's a very pretty nude gray tone lipstick, and I smudged it. It reminds me so much of a 90s lipstick. I feel like this was very popular in the 90s, but I love this formula, their lipstick formula from this collection. It's really, really nice. Okay, so here is the first eye look with this palette from Wicked Widow Beauty, a Haunting palette. Now, you don't have to mix tones the way that I did. I just feel like purple and green, they're just a given when it comes to Halloween. Yeah, this is definitely not a color combo I wear often, but I think this came out very, very pretty. 100%, I think the shimmers so far, I'm loving. Okay, so I feel like you can definitely keep the eye looks monochromatic, and it's hard to think of that when you look at the palette because I feel like everything is scattered pretty well. So if you stick to the green tones, you can get a pretty green eye look. Now this one, I think depending on what you layer before it, it'll either go goldy shifty or green shifty. Because of the way that I used it, I feel it looks more gold than green. You can stick to the warm tones and create a pretty warm tone eye look, or you can stick to the purples and do a pretty purple eye look. But either way, so many different combinations that you can do with this palette. I'm excited to create another eye look. Hopefully, crossing my fingers, if I can get a third eye look for this video, I will. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the first eye look, and let me go ahead and send you on over to eye look number 2. A different day for me, but in a second for you. All right, my lovelies, let's go ahead and get started with eye look number 2. We did get some snow, so I have beautiful white snow in front of me that's reflecting a lot of bright light on me. If I look a little bit brighter, that's why. Okay, so eye look number 2. And I think for this one, I'm gonna stick to the purples, and then the third eye look, I'll do like a beautiful orangey brown warm tone eye look. So let's start with this tone here, Flickering Lights, and this is a little crease fluffy brush from Alamar Cosmetics. Now because these tones are, there's like not too many lighter tones, I think if I create a halo eye, I'm not gonna enjoy it, just because I do feel like for halo eyes you kind of need tiny bit of brighter tones so that it just doesn't look like you have a smoky eye look on. Okay, I'm going to use this as the transition shade, so I'm going to blow it out as much as I can. Okay, Mini 15 from Rephr. I'm going to jump into the Eggplant Purple. So we only have this tone and this tone as our darkening the outer corner shades. So I'm going to use that in the outer corner. Tiny bit on the lower lash line. Okay, doesn't that look so pretty? All right, I'm going to jump into this. In the viewfinder, it looks blue, but when I look at it, it looks, well, it has like a blue purple shift. October Ghost. NYX glitter glue is on, and I did forget to tell you that I only went in to the Rare Beauty eye primer. Okay, that's pretty. So it feels chunky like the brown one I used for the first eye look. Okay, I want to use a shimmer we haven't used yet. So hopefully I don't regret this. I'm going to jump into this one. Dark Void. It looks green, like a true green shimmer. But let's see how it looks on the lid with the purple, because I feel sometimes what you have underneath or next to it can also make a difference. Oh, that's pretty. It's very soft. It reminds me of the lighter green that looked gold in the first eye look. This one's definitely green. Okay, here's what this looks like. I'm breaking the rules just a tiny bit. I'm gonna jump into the Lovesick palette from Wicked Widow Beauty. Same brand, so I figured it's okay. And I'm gonna jump into this very light purple here, and that's what I'm going to use as my inner corner. I want a matte inner corner for this eye look. And since it's the same brand, I figured it's okay. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Okay, let me finish off and I will be right back to show you the completed eye look. All right, my lovelies, here is the final look. I wanted it to be a purple eye look, but I feel like it turned into another green and purple eye look, but the opposite because the mattes are purple versus looking more green, and I am perfectly okay with that. Okay, let me tell you what else I have on my face. Eyebrows, I went in to the Gucci Brow Pencil Melt Brow Gel mixed with Got To Be Brow Gel. For mascaras, finally done with the Lancome and the little Chanel sample. So I did open up this Hourglass Unlocked Mascara sample. Loving the wand, not sure about the formulation just yet. And I did add some of the What's Up Beauty mascara. For bronzer, What's Up Beauty bronzer in 2-0 medium. And for the blush, I did use a Natasha Denona blush today. It's the My Mini Dream blush. Did not use highlighter in here though. I did go in to the What's Up Beauty Serengeti highlighter. The second tone, not the icy one. I always link exact shades down below, FYI. And then for the lips, I have on Iconic Nude Lip Liner from Charlotte Tilbury. And then I did go in again with this lipstick. I think it's just so pretty. I smudge it. I don't make it super opaque. And I just think it's like the perfect 90s nude, isn't it? Okay, well here is eye look number 2 with this Wicked Widow Beauty, a Haunting palette from the Tales of Terror collection. I think it looks so pretty, and I'm excited for the third eye look because it's gonna be warm. It's gonna be yummy. It's gonna be just perfection. Okay, so let me go ahead and hand you on over to eye look number 3. Okay, I am back. Base is the same. I did switch it up and used the Urban Decay Primer Potion. Let's see how it goes. It doesn't look too translucent. I do feel it covered a tiny bit of coloration and veins. For this eye look, I'm gonna keep it warm, baby. So this row, we'll see if I use that for sure. I think these two, but yeah, I am excited. Let's get started with this one here, maybe. Mysterious Moon. This is the Alamar Cosmetics Fluffy Crease Brush. I did clean my brushes in between, and this is gonna go on the crease and just the outer crease. Let's see how many of these mattes that I haven't used I can use. Lower lash line as well. I think all the way. It's a pretty transition shade. Okay, now we're gonna jump into this dark orange here. Decaying Leaves. This is a Blend Bunny B5. Put that in the outer corner as well. Stamping first, and then I blend. Okay, that's what those beautiful warm tones look like. And I'm going to jump into this one, Midnight Fright, which looks just like an orangey shade. This is the T4 from Sonia G, and it's gonna go in here, and I'm tapping first and then blending. Okay, so orange, but I'm loving it. I'm gonna jump into the dark brown 31. This is an R108 from What's Up Beauty, and that's gonna go in the outer corner, tiny bit on the lower lash line. Okay, so that's what we're looking like. I'm gonna swatch these two. Superstition, this one, and we've already used Silent Soul right next to each other. Superstition and Silent Soul. Ooh, okay, I think they'll do well next to each other. I already have NYX glitter glue on, and then we're gonna start with Superstition, which feels like a metallic. It's really soft. That is so pretty. Okay, and now Silent Soul in the front. And it's okay if I cover up some of the orange. I don't mind. I don't want to use that super orangey shimmer in the palette. This one, I think it's going to be too dark for the inner corner. So I pulled out this one, which is the Graveyard Smash. This is the one I was talking about that has Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein. I love this palette. It is so cute. And see how like green, orange, purple, like similar vibe, but smaller. I'm looking at these two green tones. I did swatch them and I think this one will go better. Groovy Gowls. So this is the B3 from Blend Bunny. Maybe I should have done a white base, but that's fine. Let me just add this. Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, so let me go ahead and finish off and I'll be right back. All right, my lovelies, let me tell you what else I have on my face while I show a clip of the swatches. Dominique Cosmetics Brow Pencil, Got To Be Brow Gel mixed with the Rephr Beauty Brow Gel. Mascaras, I went in to the What's Up Beauty and the Mini Hourglass that I have. Cheek products, What's Up Beauty Blush and Bronzer, the new ones they just launched. The bronzer is in Tan and the blush is in Serene Sienna. For lips, I have on the MAC Cosmetics lip liner in Oak, and then I did use the Wicked Widow Beauty lipstick from the Crow collection in Graveyard Dirt. Just kind of feathered it out. I think it's the most perfect, beautiful, cool toned 90s nude. At least I feel like it is, and it's very slowly becoming a favorite. Highlighter, I went into the Patrick Ta Duo. I forget the shade, but I went into the powder first and a tiny bit of the cream on top. I just felt like it went pretty good with the sheen that the blush has. And that's it for what else is on my face. Here's a closer look at eye look number 3 with this new Wicked Widow Beauty palette from the Tales of Terror collection. Okay, do not forget to let me know which eye look is your favorite. It's in between 2 and 3 for me, although this one's kind of telling me it's the winner. Now, I know I did cheat just a tiny bit because with eye look 2 I used a different palette for the inner corner as well as with this eye look, but it's within the same beauty brand, so I figured it's okay. Like I mentioned earlier, this is a pretty grungy palette. There's not too many light tones. This is, I feel, the lightest tone out of all of them. I really had to build that up in order for you to truly see this tone on my skin tone. Yes, so any of these shimmers might be a tiny bit too dark, especially if you're lighter in skin tone than I am, but that still does not mean that this is not a gorgeous palette. Out of the 3 palettes that I own, this one is definitely my favorite. Now it is a little bit bigger. I prefer, like, I think 10 or 12 is my happy place, but I still feel like I love the color story so much that I'm perfectly okay with it. I would love to know if you have tried Wicked Widow Beauty. I know not a lot of people. I know the last time I reviewed one of their palettes, there was a couple of people that had never heard of them. This is just a first impression, so yes, I did create 3 eye looks, but I think there was a couple of shades that I didn't use. So I didn't use this shimmer here, and I also didn't use this matte tone, and I'm pretty sure everything else I did use. I need to keep using this palette so I can get my full 100% thoughts on it, but so far, first impressions, I'm absolutely loving it. All right, sorry, I got interrupted. My son went potty. I'm almost done potty training. He's been done. My girl twin is the one that's been giving me a little more issues than he did. Okay, so I forgot where I was at, but first impressions, I'm absolutely loving this palette. I think the color story is absolutely perfect for what I personally like. I know this palette is not going to be for everybody, and that's totally okay, but for me, it is absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait to keep using it. I look at it and I'm inspired. I want to create so many different eye looks. All right, my lovelies, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. You have no idea. All the comments, all the likes. If you use my links to shop, it truly all does mean the world to me. I'm losing light, so I gotta get going. My kids are getting restless. I'm so stoked that I was able to create 3 eye looks for you all. So please do not forget to let me know which eye look is your favorite. I would love to know and hear your thoughts. With that being said, do not forget to give the video a big thumbs up. And also don't forget to click the subscribe button if you haven't already. And I will see you all on my next video. Bye.